Alright. So you asked me who are my top 10 movie directors, and I made a list, and I decided I didn't like the list because I couldn't fit more people in the list. There's only 10 spots in a top 10 list. So what I did was I made two lists. A top 10 movie directors and a top 10 film directors. And I know that's kind of cheating, but I really don't care. So, here we go. I have a whole bunch of movies down on the ground, and I'm going to hold them up as I say the movie. I know how to shut my door, too, so I don't get distracted. Number 10, movies. We're on movies. Movie directors. Number 10, Tom Green, Freddy Got Fingered. Either you love it or you hate it. Either you want to burn it or you watch it every Sunday instead of going to church. It's really funny. Tom Green. I don't really think he's directed any other movie, or if it's good, and his show, is whatever, but this movie is so funny. Number 9, Jaws. Jaws is a great film director. No, The Shark. Steven Spielberg. I think Jaws isn't really a movie. Jaws, even though it coined the term blockbuster, but, most of Steven Spielberg's movies are not films, but he's really good at doing what he does, because he's been doing it for so long, and Jaws is really good. It's the first DVD I ever owned, by the way. My list is out of order and stuff, so I think this is number 8. John Landis, who did Animal House and Blues Brothers, and he did all those really old 70s comedies, like Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles, I think. I don't know if he's done anything recently, but Blues Brothers is so good. I don't know if these movies are good because of John Landis, or if they're good because of the cast, but wow, these are funny. Old movies, like old when comedies weren't usually like stupid like they are now. Like, these are like funny movies. Speaking of funny movies, number 7, director of the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life, Steve Odekirk. He also did Ace Ventura 2, which I think is out in my car, but I watched this movie right here thinking it was going to be really stupid, and I laughed so hard the first time I saw it that when I saw it the second time, I realized I had missed jokes watching it the first time purely because I was laughing over them. This is the funniest movie you'll ever see. Number 4, Sam Raimi. He did Army of Darkness and Evil Dead and Spider-Man, but most people don't know about Darkman, which is so good, so funny, and the action's really good. And you can always tell a Sam Raimi movie because it's always got a ridiculous zoom in on a girl who's screaming. Every single one. All the Spider-Mans have it, all the Evil Deads have it, and so does Darkman. Every single movie of his. And I like the way Sam Raimi uses his camera, and it's a lot easier now with the digital technology, but if you watch Evil Dead, you'll notice the camera's just like flying through the woods and everything, and it's really unique. What am I on? Number 5? 5 or 6? Or something? I think I said Sam Raimi was number 4, which isn't true. I had him at number 4 and then moved him down because I thought of better people. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 5 is, I know a lot of people don't like his movies, but Michael Bay. Michael Bay has a lot of terrible movies, Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, but he's also got a lot of great action movies, Bad Boys 2, and The Island, which had awesome action. Just the action was awesome in Transformers. The thing I like about Michael Bay is he just, like, automotives, cars, trucks, Hummers. He just plays with them like toys. There's a scene in The Island where they're on some truck with these giant dumbbell things, and they start letting them loose, and one of them hits a Hummer, and the Hummer does like 8 flips in the air. How can you go wrong with that? Also, Bad Boys 2. They have one of those trucks with all the cars on it, and all the cars are just flipping through, and then there's like boats crashing, and then a Hummer at one point drives through like a shanty town. It's amazing. It's great action. Michael Bay, though, he would not be around if it weren't for this guy, John McTiernan. Take a look. Predator, Die Hard. John McTiernan, basically his claim to fame is Die Hard and 1 and 3 and Predator. But these are such good movies. If you take a look at any movie, any action movie before these two, you'll notice how weird it is and how the pacing is usually different and all the the characters are weird, and action movies before this were just kind of weird. You watch any action movie after these two and you realize that these pretty much set the formula that's been used, and it's a really good formula for action movies, and this is the one that did it. These two are the ones that did it. So John McTiernan, kudos. You haven't done anything since. In fact, you've made some really bad movies too, but the good ones are really good. Number 3.
Dinner's ready in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Alright.
Dinner's ready in 2 minutes. I lost some movies. I'm missing one. Number 3 movie director is Robert Rodriguez. This movie has explosions in it for no reason, and it's great. Robert Rodriguez obviously also did Frank Miller's Sin City. Frank Miller gets some credit for this one, but Robert Rodriguez does too. From Dusk Till Dawn and Desperado. This movie has some ridiculous action in it, and Antonio Banderas is a badass. So Robert Rodriguez, you're a good director. Number 2. My number 2 spot actually goes to 2 people. Okay, my number 2 spot goes to 2 people, and you're probably like, that doesn't make any sense, but it does, because Luc Besson, who did The Fifth Element and La Femme Nikita and Leon the Professional, which I had, but now it's gone. I don't know where it disappeared to. It does some really good action, and his movies, like, the characters are good and the action is good, and Leon is also like a great film. But Luc Besson also, he pretty much taught Louis Leterrier how to make movies, and Louis Leterrier did Transporter 2, and he did Unleashed. He's doing the new Hulk movie. He learned from him, and you can tell it's the exact same style, but so it's pretty much like Luc Besson made a clone in Louis Leterrier. Fifth Element I could watch every day. My number 1 movie director, and I only have one of his movies. I only have one movie of his because somehow my other 2 got stolen. John Woo, who did Hard Boiled and The Killer, and John Woo has the best action in any movie. I actually had him in my films category, but moved him over so I could put another person in my films category. But his action is so good that it makes up for the rest of the movie. Like the Mission Impossible 2, terrible movie without the action. It's so stupid, but the action is really good. So that's it for movies. John Woo, number 1. Next, we have to do films. So go watch that video now. Or if you've already watched that video, then watch it again. Okay, that's it. Bye.